Yo, what is up, everybody? My name is Tyler Adolfo. Hope that you are all having a wonderful day. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's good to see you again. I appreciate you sticking around. In today's video, I will be doing a reaction to a George Carlin interview. That is something new around here. I haven't reacted to a George Carlin interview before. I have watched some George Carlin interviews here and there, but I won't be reacting to those ones because I want my reactions to always be authentic, genuine, and first-time reactions. So I'll be sticking to that formula that I've been using in all the other George Carlin reaction videos that I've uploaded thus far. I have over 60 of them. But I figured why not do the interviews, because I'm sure he has just as much good philosophical advice and comedic banter in his interviews as he did in his performances. And I don't want to neglect the opportunity to lose out on some George Carlin wisdom. So here we are. That brings us full circle. In this video, for my first of the George Carlin interview reaction series, is him on Conan. Now, I like Conan a lot, as much as I can like late night hosts. I liked late night a lot more when I was younger. I still like it a decent amount, but I don't watch it just simply because I don't have cable. I'm a cord cutter, as an increasing number of people are. And so, yeah, this should be interesting though, because Conan, I would also say, is a great comedian. He's not my favorite as far as he's not George Carlin by any means, but he's funny. And Conan, if you see this, no shade at all. I think you're one of the best late night hosts that there was. But this is George Carlin, Lost Faith in Humanity, Late Night with Conan O'Brien. Let's take a look at this. Two legends right here.
Now, it's great fodder for candidates, actually. The primaries that are going on right now.
Well, I never do any political humor. I never do any topical stuff. So the only place I get to talk about something like that is a place like here, you know, or in interviews and stuff. But you see, I like a guy like Buchanan interests me because I just want to see his neck explode. You know,
Did he just say Buchanan? That makes me wonder what year this is. This must be, okay, wow. This is March 20th, 1996 as an air date. That is incredible. Wow. All right. Well, we got our answer there.
It's the same reason I was fascinated with Mike Ditka as a coach. I say, why don't they just put an isolated camera on him, and sooner or later this vein is going to... So I just like... You know, I just like disasters and things. I just do. I'm really fond of big explosions. When they say something explode, when I hear the CNN theme for breaking news, boy, I'm there. And the bigger the explosion, the better I like it. I really don't care. I don't care. I like it when a lot of people die. It's a little sick, I know that, but I do. I like it when a lot of people die. It's fun. I always wish that it happened during rush hour. You know, they always say, gee, if it happened during rush hour, it would have been much worse. I say, yeah. You know, it would have been so nice. I just, yeah. You see, I root, I got to tell you, ultimately I root. I lost all faith in this species and in my nation's culture a long time ago.
This is one thing I respect about Conan a lot, is he always lets his guests take center stage. And I appreciate that a lot, and how he conducts himself during these interviews. Because I feel like a lot of late night hosts interrupt and kind of make themselves the center of attention. Conan always defers to his guests. Conan could just as easily entertain and make the audience laugh, but he allows his guests to be the superstars on the show that everyone's there to see, and I respect that a lot.
I got a divorce, and I needed it.
I hear that'll do it, yeah.
I found that, you know, artistically, tell you the truth, as a writer, it gives you an emotional separation from the outcome. A lot of comedians I hear, when they complain about stuff, they seem to imply that everything could be all right if we just do this or just do that. I don't care. It's never going to work. There's no. If you think there's a solution, you're part of the problem. That's what I believe. So, yes, it's true. They know.
How's that bumper sticker sound?
I have mixed feelings on this. You know, celebrities are definitely entitled to their opinions. They're people just like you and me. Although I will say I'm personally not very motivated by what celebrities say. So when celebrities come out and get involved in politics or, you know, solving human crises, I really don't care either. It doesn't spark a fire in myself, that's for sure. I don't put a lot of value in what any celebrity says, at least not any more than I would an ordinary person. You know, I evaluate based on the information at hand, what that person has done, what that person has accomplished, and just the inherent value in what their cause is.
Yeah, we should. But I root ultimately for the big comet or the big asteroid to come here and get things right. Because what happened is we would never have emerged from the ferret stage. The mammals would never risen if it weren't for that comet that wiped out the dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs killed them, yeah.
The second comet is due to get things back in balance. And what I want for it to do as a poetic touch, I want for it to come through the hole in the ozone layer. Wouldn't that be nice? And I want it to happen east of me so I can watch it on CNN for about 18 hours before the dust cloud reaches my house. It's just the way I am.
So would you say that you hate people? I mean, is that a fair thing to say?
No. Individually, I love them. Every person I meet, I sort of like, and I'm not trying to be corny here, but I see the universe in them. You can see a part of everything and everyone, and they're just wonderful to look in their eyes. But when they start to group, when they get into clots, when there's, for instance, groups even as small as 2. Here's a good example.
So the 2 of us,
That's
yeah.
right. Not as good as each of you separate.
Right, all right.
What happens is they begin.
That is such a brilliant way to put it. When they start to clot, even in groups of 2. Oh, my Lord.
Begin to surrender the beauty of the individual for the sake of the group. Even like a guy, like, you know how if there's a bunch of guys hang around together in high school or college and then one of them gets married, he changes. He's in a group, and the wife will say, well, you know, he's just wonderful with the kids at home, but when he's with those morons at the bar, he's different. And the guys will say, hey, you were such a good guy, but when he's with Linda, man, the guy's, you know, just a drag. People change. And then the bigger the group, as the group gets bigger, 6, 8, 12, 15, 115,000, they begin to have hats, armbands, little slogans, lists of people they don't like, and it gets out of hand. So I'm in favor of people one by one, but in large groups, I would like to see them disappear.
Oh, so that's where you want the comet net through the ozone layer.
We have to get back to the ferrets.
In just 3 minutes and 48 seconds, there have been so many quotables in this video, things that I just want to write down and use as my own logical basis. It just matches so much how I feel about the world. He's a genius, man. George Carlin had so much wisdom. It's unreal. Such a loss. Such a shame that we lost him. I would love to see what he would make of the current situation of the world today. And I feel like many future generations are going to see themselves saying that same thing.
The only hope.
This is very, very nice,
but
actually.
it gives me something
nice
to hope
message.
for. And it keeps me separate from the rest of the folks.
I think you're real fun at a party.
Yeah, well, there's no one to talk to about this.
Yeah,
You know.
I wouldn't...
As someone who was in a frat, I can confirm that George Carlin would be the man of the party, period.
think so.
But it keeps me going.
All right. Well, we really sincerely hope you can come back sometime.
I will try it. I mean, I told you I'd like to come back.
Yeah,
There's no reason to plug anything.
Yeah, you don't have to plug anything next time. Of course, the HBO special, which you're plugging.
Right.
George Carlin.
Live on the 30th.
Okay, George Carlin back in town debuts March 30th at 10 o'clock p.m. on HBO. It'll be hysterical, no doubt about it.
It's a good, strong show. It's a good, strong show.
Really, it's just so great to have you here.
Can I stay? Can I stay a little?
Yeah, stay. We would love it. Yeah. George Carlin, everybody. John Cryer, Robert Schindler coming up. We'll be right back.
That was fantastic. This is a good idea. I'm sorry to rush out and say it, and I know I have a biased opinion because this is what I'm doing. But I'm really excited about this series, getting to see George Carlin's interviews and get the chance to react to them. And I want to see what you guys think, too, about what he says in interviews and how it differs, if it differs at all from what he says in comedic performance. To me, this very well could have been one of his comedic performances because he's just dishing out wisdom left and right. Really like what he said about how he likes people on a one-by-one basis, but even in groups of two, things can start to get out of hand. Man, if that isn't true, I don't know what is. I completely concur with what he said there. This was George Carlin, Lost Faith in Humanity, appearing on the Late Night with Conan O'Brien show on March 20th of 1996. So this was just days before one of his specials as well. Very interesting. I was intrigued. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Tyler Adolfo. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. If you're a returning viewer, it was a pleasure having you back. I love you all. Peace out, y'all.